Hey guys, DB right here. Today we're continuing with what if Goku was raised by Master Shen, and firstly a little bit of additional content between the time of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, just prior to Raditz showing up. Now, as we mentioned, Kakarot has more or less isolated himself from the rest of the Dragon team, just feeling that the planet are a bunch of ingrates who do not appreciate what he did. First, killing Piccolo at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, and massacring the Red Ribbon Army when they were picking on Grandpa Gohan, trying to retrieve the 4-star ball. Of course, by that time it had turned into a stone. It was worthless, but it's not like the Red Ribbon Army knew that before they detected it. So, so Kakarot's been on his own, finally managing to settling at the very spot where Master Shen found him in his space pod. And so, essentially, this became not only Kakarot's homestead, but his own martial art training school where he's been taking in students of his own, and his students actually respect him and everything he teaches, which, in a way, it's a little bit Krane Hermit plus on top of what he learned from Master Kami back when he was training with back when he and Tien were learning at the Lookout together, as I explained in the previous part. And so essentially, we got some well-balanced students here, which is pretty cool. However, a blast from the past is about to come crashing through Kakarot's training doors. Yurin. Now, if you don't know who Yurin is, she's the girl who appeared in one episode of Dragon Ball Super. She was Chaozu and Tien's fellow Krane Hermit disciple, and she tried to destroy Tien's reputation. Get revenge for Master Hermit. She essentially has the same plan here, but Kakarot is easily able to foil it, and does agree to take her in as a student, and pretty soon her real feelings for Kakarot begin to come to the surface. After all, she was training alongside them back when they were Krane Hermit students as well, and she always had a bit of a crush on the dark, spiky-haired Saiyan. And, well, those feelings began to surface, and they did indeed form a relationship, and were eventually married by the end of the 4th year before the events of Dragon Ball Z begin, and even have a 1-year-old son. Now, I haven't thought of a name for their son yet. I'm going to leave that to you guys. So I probably won't be doing another installation of this What If for about a month. Give you guys time to get your comments in and suggest some names, because I'm honestly drawing a blank here. And, so pretty much with that, Kakarot is living a pretty peaceful life as a martial arts grandmaster, and he's still somewhere in the woods and foresty area where he's always felt at home anyway. And so now Raditz has now made his appearance, and he's heading straight to Roshi Island, because the nearest decent power level is right there on Roshi Island. And, well, he's detecting Tien Shinhan and Krillin and Master Roshi. So, as he approaches the island, and Tien, Krillin, Roshi, and of course Chaozu get a good look at him, Raditz could tell by their reaction right away that they know who he's looking for. Obviously you know my younger brother Kakarot. Tell me, where is he? And they do not oblige Raditz's rudeness at all, and they choose not to answer him. Look, I'm just a man looking for his younger brother. Can you please point me in his direction, or is this gonna get ugly? And, well, Tien basically speaks up and says that they'll never betray Kakarot. Even though they were appalled by his acts of the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, the gang hasn't betrayed him or forgot about him. You know, they tried to bring him back into to the fold over the 5 years, but Kakarot's just pretty stubborn about it. And well, all our Earth warriors present on Roshi's island, including Master Roshi himself, are easily laid out by Raditz. And as a bonus, he abducts Bulma and he says, "I'll be back here in 24 hours. If Kakarot is not on this beach, well, say goodbye to the girl." And well, so, the point is, they now gotta go look for Kakarot. Now, Tien and Chaozu have a good idea on where he's settling at. He'd probably go somewhere most likely familiar to him, so they try the Krane Hermit School. He's not there. There are a few attempts to try reach him telepathically, because as we know, the Krane Hermit students can all talk to each other telepathically. And well, Kakarot is getting their messages, but he's not picking up the phone, as it were. He doesn't see why he should get involved in this sort of thing anymore, because every time he does, he just gets scolded for it. For either killing the bad guy or, killing the bad guy. This version of Goku doesn't take prisoners. And, well, when they do sense his energy from being close enough to the old Krane Hermit School, they realise Kakarot's built a new school up where they found him, and this is where they meet Kakarot face to face and are introduced to his family. Yurin and their 1-year-old little boy, who's kicking and punching at a punching bag at the far corner of the rest of the class. And after a little bit of arguing, discussing, and a bit of a fight between Tien and Kakarot, Tien does convince Kakarot to help. You realise what you're asking of me. You're asking me to kill my own brother. Very well. Since Raditz may interrupt my peace eventually, I'll take care of this. And so, Tien and Kakarot are off on their way to the island. And by the time they get to Roshi's island, it's not too long before Raditz shows up. And Raditz is all explaining to Kakarot why he has come, and that he wants him to go off-world and destroy other planets. You're a Saiyan. You must want this. And yes, a part of Kakarot does want this. Remember, he does behave a lot like his father. However, he remembers something that Krane and Bardock had talked about while they were sending him off-world. Is like, either you're lying, brother, or you don't know the truth. It wasn't an asteroid that blew up our planet. It was a being of some sort. What? What are you talking about? I was actually there, Raditz. Mom and Dad had me in a space pod. They were talking about some being or monster was coming to blow up the planet. This made Raditz think of Frieza, but ultimately he's not believing it. He's in denial. In fact, the whole situation has made him angry, especially when Kakarot blatantly refuses to go to other planets and to destroy them, especially to help out the same being that wiped out their race. Yeah, that's not happening. Huh. So you've made your decision. Huh. Very well then, Kakarot. You'll leave me no choice but to show you no mercy. And it is a battle between the two Saiyan brothers, and Kakarot is glaring at Tien and Krillin and the others to stay out of this. This is a battle between two Saiyans. And if you think Kakarot has gotten soft or is weak or just as weak as he was at this point of the original story, Think again. Remember, he's had many people to spar and train with, starting up his own dojo. He is quite a bit stronger and more disciplined than what he was in the original. And remember, just like Bardock, he's going all out right from the start. And much like his battle with Piccolo in the World Tournament, he's ready for any dirty trick Raditz might pull. You know, he's a Saiyan too, and a Saiyan that didn't hit his head and lose track of all that. So, Nappa and Vegeta, who are listening in on this, are quite surprised how Raditz is getting schooled by his brother, and quite frankly, Raditz isn't having much luck at all. He does manage to turn the tables eventually on his brother during the fight, after getting over the whole they can raise their energies at will. So Raditz realizes he can't hold back either. So he starts going at Kakarot at full power, which definitely closes the gap between the two Saiyans' power. If anything, Raditz is still just that little bit stronger. However, Kakarot, being a member of the Krane Hermit school, he does have his own set of techniques that the original Goku didn't have. And essentially, as one final move, Kakarot obliterates his brother with the Tri-Beam. Yes, Kakarot knows how to do the Tri-Beam. As we know, it's quite a bit more devastating than the Kamehameha, because rather than just using your internal energy, you put your life force into the attack as well. So that amplified his power enough to easily destroy Raditz. And well, with that, I think this is where we'll actually leave things for the moment. What do you guys think? Enjoy this particular part of the story? What are Nappa and Vegeta gonna do? They're mainly going there originally for the Dragon Balls. I mean, are they gonna try to bring Kakarot back into the fold? Or have they actually listened to Kakarot's world because of the fact that it was Frieza that destroyed their planet? Will they come to Earth for a completely different reason altogether? Or will we not see them until much later?